And most importantly, yourselves, as this is a time to say thank you to yourself and to your journey. To your life and the journey and the road that you've been traveling. Immediately following my remarks, you will move into the memorial, and once again, you'll hear the names that you've seen put across the screen. But until then, I want to speak to the living. My name is Katerina Guinevere du Lac. Katerina, that is my name that my mother gave me. It's the name that's on my driver's license, and it's the name that's on my birth certificate. However, none of that was always so. My birth name was Andrew James Swallow. I was born to a military family in Camp Pendleton Naval Hospital in 1982. I have no problem saying that name. It is part of who I am. It's part of my wholeness. It's why I am here today. As Sawyer said, I have a background in social work and film and media. I am also a licensed ordained minister with a PhD in divinity. I am and have been very transphobic. And I still deal with transphobia every day, mostly at home on the home front. And I say that, and hopefully not to confuse you, that every time I doubt the way I look, every time I doubt my identity, or say I am not good enough, or feel ashamed that I am intersex, that I am trans-identified, at that moment I'm saying it is not okay to be trans. And that statement becomes a dangerous weapon of hate and intolerance. And I am saying it's not only not okay to be trans because I can't accept myself, I'm then telling you that it's not okay to be trans either. Because if I cannot accept myself and who I am and my journey, I cannot accept you or your journey or where you've come. I'm saying that I can't validate you because I can't validate myself. And that is something that has been a very vicious cycle. And unfortunately, it's one too well known among our community. We have a hard time because media, because society, because religion, because friends, family are telling you that we are not good enough. So we tend to believe it. And by believing that and acting on that, and saying we're not good enough, that we don't deserve it, that we are not worth it, that we don't belong, you're saying every single person in this room doesn't belong, they're not worth it, they don't deserve it. Let me tell you this, bullshit. You are worth it, you deserve it, and you belong here, and this is your life. Own it. We have too many people, as you'll see, taking their lives for in suicide. Too many people being killed. And yet here you are today. For every trial that you've gone through, every challenge that you go through, it's made you a better person. It's allowed you to stand and be present for one another. But you can't be present for one another if you are doubting who you are. You talk about transphobia, and yet we can't change the world until we change ourselves. We can't ask the world to accept us if we can't accept ourselves. Because even if the world accepts us and you can't accept yourself, what does it do? How does it do good? It doesn't help. In 2009, probably the 13th or 14th suicide attempt in my life, I drove my car into a reservoir in Salt Lake City, Utah. I had it. I had enough of trying to be something for every single other person. When my mom taught me, my family taught me to be myself, to love myself, to do whatever it takes to make me happy. I know that's not everyone's story, that's not everyone's case. I had enough of people trying to tell me who I was, who I couldn't be, and trying to please everyone else. I drove my car into that reservoir. Because I got tired since the age of 5 trying to perform my own surgery. I got tired of feeling trapped or feeling like my father was going to walk me down the aisle, or being jealous of my sisters. Because my sisters had what I wanted or what I knew. And it wasn't fair. It wasn't right. I was molested at the age of 6 by a neighbor and a father. My parents divorced at the age of 9. And yet, still my parents never found out until I was 14 about what happened when I was 6. Oh, and also when I was 12. You know, I had no problem telling people or knowing that I'm intersex. I had no problem speaking about that. But when it came to living it, every time I tried overdosing on pills, I tried killing myself with knives. I drove my car into the reservoir. 3 days later, I came out to the University of Utah to everyone who did not know as an intersex woman. And then I did the most dangerous thing. I decided to try to be again somebody I wasn't. Which led down to a dirty, dangerous road. I had given up on life by Christmas of 2009. By January, I was ready to die. I could not deal with myself. And I decided I'm going to, somebody who had never done drugs, I'm going to go find drugs, I'm going to overdose, or I'm going to make HIV positive. I'm going to go, I can't be me. And this is my own choices. So I went, found drugs, got on meth, January 10, 2010, and 3 days later I became HIV positive. Because I injected straight from the get-go. That was 60 years ago. Today, I'm living. I'm standing in front of you because I love who I am, I love my life. I stopped saying my life is hard. My life is challenging. And the great thing about challenges is it allows us to overcome. If we say it's hard, we kind of just fall into a deep hole. And we give up. The great thing about my life is I haven't given up. I get every day to wake up to someone who I love, someone I appreciate, someone I'm empowered by. Andrew protected me, even though I wanted to kill off Andrew. I wanted nothing to do with Andrew when I transitioned. Andrew protected me when I was raped, protected me every time I tried killing myself, and gave me the foundation and gave me the protection until Katerina was able to be herself and live. And I have to appreciate that. And it's because of my grandmother that I get to accept that. And when it came to my family and came to appreciating what was going on, my grandmother help me remember that I have to accept both parts of me, all my wholeness, Andrew and Katerina. We started going by Andy Cat to kind of, ease the family, and it has served as a talisman. It actually is the name of my media company, Cat Candy, Katandy. And that is one of my talismans. And the thing is, today I'm who I am because I have to accept who I am. I have to keep the dialogue open. Because I was one of those that I said I could never do. I was one of those hateful people to myself that I'm transitioning. I don't care what you think. I don't give a shit what you're going to say. I'm going to be me, so F you. And that, is great. Yes, sometimes we get to break. The thing is, we close the dialogue. We want people to accept us. We want people to accept us overnight because we've been dealing with it for all of our lives. And yet we don't give people the chance open up the dialogue and find closure in themselves. Sometimes it may not happen within our families, but sometimes we have to be patient enough to give our families a time to also have the closure, to also have the conversation, because they're losing a part of their identity as well. They're losing somebody that they've known all their life as a particular individual, and the only way they know, because for most of us, all of our life, we've been a particular way, all of a sudden it's like, they don't know what's in our head, so we don't have the dialogue, we don't share. I was hateful, I was spiteful, I said I didn't care. You know, I had a wonderful conversation with my mom back in January, before I had surgery. Thank you, State of California. You know, I had vaginal custody, thank you to there, and I also just recently, February 10th, and then just recently, I also had my breast done. Again, thank you, California. But the thing is, I got tired of trying to die. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to wake up and say, oh shit, I'm still alive. It did not work. It's tiring to hide. It's tiring to be something not. I've used, even in the first few years, as an intersex woman, like, don't call me trans, I'm not trans. You know, because I felt like community wanting, or I felt I need to be underneath the radar, or I think I need to be everything else. And again, I was creating my own transphobia. I was pushing communities away. Because I didn't want to be looped in. Because still, I'm having a hard time advocating for myself. Over the last few years, I battled addiction severely. You know? And I had to do something radical, something self-changing that pulled me out of my addiction. I had to learn to love myself and love who I am. I had to learn that I don't want to be a name up on this wall. Can we go ahead and start moving that, please, again? I don't want to be a name on this wall. I don't want to be a name that's red. I want to be one of the ones that can stand and try to help educate, help break down transphobia. But I can't do that without loving myself. So, Love Story has a thing about saying that love means never having to say you're sorry. I hate that line. I absolutely hate that line because that's, for me, it's about yes. Because there's a lot of saying I'm sorry, especially to ourselves. This definition of love that I wrote is, first of all, self-love. It's the foundation to all love, in my opinion. And then you can use it in any type of relationship. And tonight, I use it for myself, and I use it for each and every single one of you in this room. I use it for each and every single person that's on this list. And hopefully, as we move into reading the names more, that you think about this love. That you think about the one sitting next to you. You think about the reason why you're here. You know, especially for those who are trans-identified, love yourself. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, doesn't matter what anyone else says, be you. You know, I have to look in the mirror every single day, and I had to learn back by doing selfies, you know, but it allowed me to not be judgmental of myself, and it allows me to say that, okay, I may not look perfect, but I don't care if people think I'm trans. I don't care, because I proudly claim trans. You know, I'll fight against the word he, she, I'll fight against all that, but still, if they want to use it, fine, let them. It may be hurtful, but it has no power. Because I own my empowerment, because I want to live, I want to survive, I want to be present. And basically, I love you. Love is about expressing and saying, I see you. I hear you. I trust you. I support you. I respect you. I value you. I honor you. I forgive you. I accept you unconditionally, even when I may disagree with you. I stand beside you. I am present for you and with you. I connect and interconnect with you. I defend you I receive you. I keep it real for you. I will call you out on your mess and then help you clean it up. I am family to you. I am your friend. I surrender to you to be equal yoke for and with you. I am there for you. I am shelter to you. I belong to you. I vibrate and resonate with you. I uplift you. I cry with you. I laugh with you. I am empowered with and by you. I'm empowered with and by you. I celebrate life with you. And that's what today we're doing. We're celebrating life. We're remembering the lives we have lost. We're remembering and celebrating who's here today. I share your pain and I heal with you. I embrace you as the person you are. The person you identify as. The person, when you look into the mirror and you see. I embrace you as a wholeness, as a whole. Not of your self-doubt, but as the exact person, every inch of being, your past, present, and your future. It doesn't matter if you're religious. It doesn't matter if you're atheist. It doesn't matter what your religion is. The only thing that matters is loving who you are, being present for you. No one should have to bury their child. And I thank you for sharing the important truth. No one should have to suffer. No one should have to be cold and alone when they commit suicide and feel like they don't have a hope. But we need to be able to love ourselves in order to be that love for the other person. So that we need to be their reflection in the mirror. Life is too short. I'm grateful for Cher today. I know this may sound funny, but my mother listened to Cher's interview. When the first time that she said the words, her son. You know, real life hurt. You know, we talk about Caitlyn Jenner not being the spokesperson to the community. You know, she is a spokesperson to the community, but so is each and every one of you. You know, if you don't feel she or anybody is a spokesperson, speak up. Be the spokesperson as well. Because whether we like it or not, we get to be the face of it. We get to be the change. It can be hard, but look at this group here. Everybody please stand for a minute, please. Everybody please stand. Look around you. Look around you. This is a community of allies, of trans-identified individuals. This is friends, family, loved ones, acquaintances, new acquaintances. This is the embodiment of love. You know, you ask for support for those in the trans community, you have it right here. Do not say you're not supported. Do not say you're not loved. Do not use any excuse that you doubt yourself, because it's just an excuse. Because these people who are standing here today are saying that they see you, they love you, they're there for you, they appreciate you. They will resonate with you and be there with you, and they will empower you to be yourself. Let's educate those who want to be there for those who are trans-identified. If they don't understand or get it, they will never understand it. No one will ever understand what you've been through. No one will ever understand the hurt you've been through. But help them get it. Help them educate. Help them reach out. And help them help you live. Because this is you. This is your life. This is your ceremony. This is your chance to shine. As we move in And if we can please have the board start making their way up to the stage. Anybody who's going to be reading, there will be the announcements following. But this is your time. No more excuses. My excuses almost kill me. My excuses allow me to become HIV positive. And I have to live with those marks. I have to live with track marks. From using. These are healthy reminders, though, because I choose how I'm living. I'm choosing that these are tools that they're not anything that's bad, they're not anything that's going to hold me back, but these are going to keep me moving forward. It allows me to be here today to speak. This board here, these people here, they are here. They help put this on in order so you can have a home. So you could come and, in solidarity,